All right. Hi, everyone. My name's Joshua Joshman Lyris. And this is my first session at Zumpaholics Anonymous. I've been off and on with Z-Jump. You know, sometimes I can get off it. I'd say I've been on it now for about 6 months. Been zumping for about 6 months now. I don't know, it just hits so hard. You know, like it's just so unbelievably OP. Like, have you seen what it can do? It's insane. It just makes you Superman for free. I just don't know why I would ever drop the crack pipe. And I think it should be banned.
I absolve you of your
Chesto?
sins.
Thank you for the sub, bro.
You have.
Okay, in all seriousness, I've seen a lot of takes online about Z-Jump just being something that it's not. By a lot of people. There's some insane takes online right now. I want to preface this by saying I'm not defending Z-Jump. I don't care if it's banned. If you ban Z-Jump, I don't give a fuck. I just think everyone online who is like typing about it seems really uneducated. I don't know, they're just saying stuff that isn't true. And that's annoying. Because I think Z-Jump is better than normal grip as well. Like, don't get it twisted. I'm not here to defend Z-Jump. I think Z-Jump is dumb. But people are just saying anything online with like zero evidence or research or anything like that. And it's really fucking annoying. I just think like if it's banned for the wrong reasons, it's stupid. I'm using this grip right now and I'm gonna make a case for why it's better than normal grip. Another major thing I have to preface is if you are always doing traditional claw grip, you are already Z-jumping. So let's go over some takes that have been going online for a while now.
I absolve you of your sins.
In order of when I've seen them.
You have.
This is Aklo's take on Z-Jump after Nounsball had 2 Z-Jumping players in grand finals. So he says, old Melee days, being technically proficient wasn't just an issue of knowing your timings, but being physically fast enough to hit these timings. I am mostly talking from the perspective of a Fox main. I am referring specifically to playing standard grip on a GCC, with things like button remapping and box controllers, having fast hands is much less of an issue. I used to be one of the few top Foxes who could consistently hit dash JC shines, grounded shines out of shield, double shines, etc. In fact, these have been a huge part of my gameplay ever since I started maining Fox over 10 years ago. Mastering these techniques used to require insane speed and precision. Nowadays, anyone who uses bumper jump or box controllers can do these by simply memorizing a timing. I know that many people may react by thinking this was already the case if you just clawed. I actually agree with this, but the difference is that I think that clawing is a skill that is much harder than switching to bumper jump, and in some cases still worse. I understand that this is where things become more opinionated and that some people may never see eye to eye with me. In 2024, I lost to 4 top Fox players on GCC Z-Jump who definitely were not hitting grounded shine out of shields, JC shines that consistently, if at all, prior to them switching. That's not even mentioning all the box players. And then there's some other stuff, but all I want to say here is this is one of the most uneducated things I've ever seen in my life. I promise you, 99% of people who are using Z-Jump, unless they're freaks, are just pressing Y to B. No one is Z-jumping their shines out of shield. No one is Z-jumping their JC shines. This just doesn't happen. This isn't a thing. And this could be solved very, very easily by just opening up a replay and using my overlay and just having a look at the replay. This is like a prime example of not being educated on the subject and just being frustrated and typing. And I think that's what a lot of people do is they get frustrated and they type. I play League of Legends. I do this. I just type. It's fine. But if we're changing a rule set because of people being outraged, I just want the outrage to be right. No one does this. No one is pressing Z-Jump shines out of shield or Z-Jump JC shines. This is just completely wrong. It's just wrong. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The only thing that I will olive branch to this is the Zuppy shine, which is when you do an airball shine, instant double shine. That is different because you're not in jump squad, so you don't have to wait to press the shine again. You want to press shine like frame 1 of your double jump. So Z-Jump is good for that. So Z-Jump is broken for doing that. You don't have to tap jump, which takes time. You don't have to go BYB, but with the sliding motion on regular grip. Again, regular claw does this, and the situation is switchable to claw. But this is just like some form of olive branch for a take here that's just outright wrong. It's just wrong. Like, people aren't doing this. This was made after Cody and I made grand finals, Neither of us are doing this. This doesn't happen. So that one, easy done. That one's out of the way. The next one is going to be Nun's take here. This is a bit of a long one, so bear with me. Nun's really funny because I think being frustrated about Z-Jump is perfectly fine. I think he does have a good point in here at one point, but he kind of talks about if he looks in his peripheral vision and sees you switching to claw, he's gonna start spamming knee because you can't wave dash at a shield. This is just completely wrong. I don't really know what to say. It's just not true. Anyway, here's gameplay. This is I have two controllers here. This is an OEM controller that I made for school children to use. You know, I went to my girlfriend's 4th grade class, and you know, we just brought 12 controllers. Everyone had a good time. No one was talking about Z-Jump. It was sick. You can see here that the stick is kind of off center. It's like slightly down. I was going to use Don B's controller, but I don't have Don B's controller right now because he took it. Anyway, I'm using claw grip right now. I use R with, no matter what grip I use, I always use R like this because I always have my finger on Z. I've done that since I started playing the game because grab's OP. But if I switch to claw grip and you're in shield, so say I'm in shield. Oh my god. What the fuck? That's crazy. I don't use this controller grip, by the way. I don't wave dash with L. It's just weird arguments, man. It's just not correct. That's just not correct. It's okay, that one very easily, by someone who doesn't use either of these grips, very easily disproved. Zump gets all the perks and none of the natural flaws. I think his argument is about switching, like this part is about switching to claw, which is an actual detriment. I think this is completely correct. Switching to Z-Jump and regular jump is an actual detriment. But no one is talking about what the downside is, or like the hard part is of switching. Better offense and better defense. Some neutral will be worse versus Z-Jump since the whole point of it is to be faster / more plus on hit. Okay, how being plus on hit works on melee is the lower you are on shield, the more plus you are, right? So you can't be more plus unless you go lower, which means you want to do the aerial later. So that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. So that's just, it is faster if you switch to Z-Jump. So this half is right. On Z-Jump, you can hold C-stick down plus jump with Z on command. Imagine the perks of that in scrambles to improve your defensive game. That is an amazing point. I think that is a really good point. Again, normally using claw will do this. I preface at the start, regular claw grip at all times will do this. No one is doing this though. This is an argument that no one is actually doing yet, but I will say it is possible, and if people actively practice it or switch to C-pad, which is a combination that is actually very scary, is C-pad plus Z-Jump, this could be a problem. I agree with you here. It's actually a really good point. People don't really think about it because no one's doing it. He's talking about a hypothetical that isn't happening yet, but I still think that's a good point. I've said the C-stick down and no one ever does it. Yeah, the only set that I can actually think of someone spamming C-stick down, Dan, is you versus H-Box at that Summit set on the box. I thought that was really funny. For what it's worth, it was really funny. This is no flame or anything like that. Like, I don't want to, I'm not trying to shift the blame or anything here because that's what I think it might come off as. I'm like, hey, but box still exists. I'm not trying to do that at all. I'm just trying to specifically talk about Z-Jump. There is one thing that is really funny though, actually. Someone sent me this screenshot. Like, huh? That's just not correct. I think everyone in the world knows that this is not correct. Okay, we can all pre-nerf box. Come on, man. Like, what are we saying here, man? Okay, so I think this is crazy. I'm not even gonna touch on that. There's just no need. Head spinning. I'm talking about pre-nerf box. Okay, crazy take. All right. So anyway, he was correct on this one. The C-stick down. I think it's an actual problem that could happen. It's not only unfair to other people who don't use it, who plays the same character as you, but it also buffs yourself relative to people who main characters who can't benefit from this at all, even if they decide to be a cheater like you, lol. I don't think there's like any character in the game that like wouldn't benefit from Z jumping, right? Like I think it's just like the better, Claw is just better than regular grip. Marth, it's way better on Marth. Gives him access to C-stick ledge dashes, which help him a lot. It helps out Marth a lot. SA Nick back home, he does, he's permaclawyer. He's like one of the only permaclawers that I know. It's really good for Marth. One frame double jump edge aerials are literally good on everyone. Zuppy says that Z-jump benefits Peach more than other characters. Wholeheartedly agree. I think it's really good on Peach. Peach is significantly better on Trigger or Z-jump or the box. And that's just like a no contest. Better ledge dash control, better pivots, better for Marth. No stack back, better for Fal. Dashbacks, you know, UCF nerfed Falco really hard because now you can just easily dash back out of getting lasered. Like, these things have like different strengths for different characters. I think it's better for every character. I will argue that some characters are stronger though. Like, it's definitely better on Peach. Like, for sure. Wobbling was detrimental to the spectator, whereas Z-jump is detrimental to non-remapped competitor. Since spectators are usually more on the casual entertainment side, they don't understand it completely. Still think wobbling is more legitimate than Z-jump, and we still banned it, by the way. Dude, that's just nonsense. You walked away from a set because you got wobbled. I don't think he's like walked away from a Z-jump set. Wobbling is bullshit, man. Wobbling is like not fun for the spectator, not fun from the competitor. This is just a horrible take. Horrible take. Yeah, wobbling is def worse, for sure. Missed me with that more ergonomic shit, by the way. Not even my kid believes that one. It is more ergonomic. Like, fundamentally, it is just more ergonomic. So, I'm down for the argument of it's bullshit to use the argument of it's more ergonomic smiley for something to be better. I think that's a completely fine take. If it's just stronger and the argument is, but it's more ergonomic, I think that's horseshit. As a competitor, so I don't hate this take, but it is just more ergonomic. Like, you can't really argue that, right? Pretty much all top players agree it shouldn't be allowed, by the way, but peeps don't want backlash, they don't speak out, or are tired of nothing being done. Personally, I don't give a fuck, bring it. Everyone complains about Z-jump. Everyone is whinging about this. Everyone complains about Z-jump. Like, constantly. But then they stop for a bit because there's like a new thing in the Melee community that's going on. People don't like this. And it's fine. I just think this is not right. I think it is talked about. Rectangles got nerfed already. It's time to address this now. There's no excuses. That's the TLDR. Okay. That's completely fine. So we talked about a lot of these things already. We've said that most of these things are wrong. The C-stick down one was really good. I'm going to talk today about what switching to claw does, what it lets you do, and what switching to claw can't let you do, like alternating grip. So right now I have two controllers. I have this Fisher-Price OEM that I built for a 4th grader to use that doesn't set to neutral. So there's going to be some missed tech skill. I really don't have a functioning controller. And I'm going to use my current Spark OEM that has Z-jump. So I think everyone's like major issues right now is, if you think about Z-jump, is people complain about instant aerials, right? So let me switch to my Z-jump controller first. So if I'm port 1, I'm using the Z-jump controller right now. People complain about instant aerials a lot. They're like, dude, you do like frame 2, frame 1 nairs, like really easily. It's bullshit. Like, this is horseshit. It's OP. Like, you can just nair whenever you want. It's bullshit. I think this is skill gap for this specific one. I have a fat fucking thumb, and my thumb rests over Y and A. So when I'm playing, that was with Y and A. That's a frame 1 neutral air. Push your thumb down, and then like that, and then flick it out. Like, you kind of like do a pop motion like that. Just do that. If you want to do instant nair, you can also do instant nair with Z. You can also do instant nair with Z, but literally just do that. It's not hard. Just practice it. The big one. Now this is a really big one. So the way the C-stick works with normal grip is pretty interesting. So it's really easy to do frame 1 down airs by pressing, you can see I'm pressing Y here, Y to down. Oh yeah, frame 2, frame 1s. It's really easy to do it because it's just one motion, right? Like, anyone can do that. It's not hard, just take some practice. Now stuff like up airs is really tricky. And this is something I think is really good, is you are constantly like almost having the gun cocked to do short hop up airs like frame 1. Now that is a very valid point. I think, again, Permaclaw can just do this. What I do is, if I'm dash dancing, I just quickly switch to claw, and I do that. And it's very quick. I haven't practiced it in a while, but I would do this all the time when I was on OEM. You just, because I hold the stick like this, I just quickly switch to this and do it. This has time. This takes time to do, though. All right, my hand's in neutral grip. So this is like something that I can see like being a valid point, is the up air. You can also just like short hop and press up and A, but then you lack the drift, right? Like that. But then you sacrifice drift a bit, which is completely fair. This is a valid point. I think if you're permaclawing, it's fine. Switching to Z jump takes time to do it. The next one I want to talk about is up smashing. So I think up smashing is better on Z jump 100%. This is broken. The reason it's broken is because having to switch to claw to do an up smash in very delicate timings, like say you're trying to do a pivot up smash, like having to switch quickly to claw is really fucking hard. I think this one is just fundamentally better on Z jump. And you could be thinking, can't you just double stick, like double press up? You sacrifice holding down here. You might be saying exactly what Kevin Sane said. You sacrifice holding down the whole time you're doing the up smash, which lets you arms detect, CC grab. There is a genuine sacrifice here for not Z jumping your up smashes. I've said it once, I'll say it again. Permanent claw solves this. But if you have to switch to claw to do this, it is just slower. So Z jump is buffed when you are trying to just do up smashes. Again, it's like always having the gun cocked. That's where it's really good. One that I think people talk about is edge guards. So you can do Z jump back airs to get like instant back airs here. And it also lets you just like ledge dash. So the reason I think this is kind of bullshit is because everyone who like is pretty good switches to claw the second they grab the ledge. Like as Fox. If you're not Z jumping, people will switch to claw here when they grab the ledge and just play like claw back air situations. And if you really are like nasty, you can do claw ledge dashes. I haven't practiced this in a really long time, so please forgive me. But it's something you can just do. You can just learn how to do claw ledge dashes. I think here, this is a situation you can set up switching to claw really fucking easily. This doesn't matter. This doesn't matter at all. This has no... This is one-to-one. It's just takes something to learn. Not that bad. You can just learn how to do it. So I think this situation is like... whatever. Because most people, like, wave dash to ledge, switch to claw straight away. Yeah, that one's kind of bullshit. Now, this is another thing that I think is broken with Z jump. So if I'm in shield here, and I want to do a back air, drifting to the right, but back airing to the left, it's really easy on regular grip. Because you can use the base of your thumb to flick the C-stick left. See that? This is just with Y. Really fucking easy. So easy. The other way, though, is really fucking hard. Because I have to, like... You can't really... This is like trying to do it with my thumb. This is really hard to do. To get left drift and back air to the right, it's really hard. So what most people do is they just, like, press A and then, like, drift it like that. Or you can claw it. If you claw it, you can get quick ones. Like that, yeah. So if you claw it like that, you can do it. But you have to switch to claw pretty fast out of shield. In your shield, in like this situation. So in this specific spot, I again think it's similar to the up smash, where it's just better to be Z jumping. 100%. And the only other thing is aerial double shines with Z jump are just better. Like, they're just... It's way better to be Z jumping. It's not even close to like a conversation there. Z jumping is just broken in that specific spot. Alright, so we've gone over the four things that I think Z jump is really good for. Instant up airs are really good because of the travel time. Instant back airs drifting left, back airing right, good because of the travel time. Double shines in the air, broken. Being able to constantly CC up smash instantly and having the gun loaded, broken with Z jump. I don't know if I'm missing anything that like anyone else gets mad at about Z jump, but all of this can be done if you just are constantly using claw. It's accessible to everyone. It is not more broken than the box. And if people need it to be banned, it's okay. I just want people to be banned because for reasons that are actually valid instead of what the fuck I saw on the internet. Like, we went through all those takes. None of them except like Nun's C-stick down take that is not being done right now is true. Everyone's just typing words. Yeah, I mean, Cody's just winning. So people are like, this is horseshit, man. But there are more heinous things walking around right now, is all I'm gonna say. We are doing good things to like approach these problems, which is really nice. But I just want to make sure if we're talking about banning Z-Jump, we're talking about why Z-Jump is actually good and not absolute insanity. That's all I really wanted to go over. I just want to make sure that we're not saying nonsense. And this is no shade to any of these people. They're very passionate about getting this banned, which is awesome. Do I think it's easier? I think it's just like the same thing. It's not like, it's just the timing that I played the game 10 years doing that, Suni. And I just had it down. Like, you can't tell if someone's Z-jumping nairs or not. That you shouldn't be able to tell. And you're also talking about two buttons. If you pressed Y and Z, you're doing the same thing. I don't like nairing with Z. I do just do the YA thing. I like this is YAs. Whoops. Like it's just like it's like pretty much almost the same. I get like 1-2 framers. YA is better. Yeah, I talked about the thumb pop method. If you want instant nairs, just practice the thumb pop method. You just, yeah, let's show it like this. You just press down with the base of the tip of your thumb like this, and then pop out the base like that. You just get frame 1 nairs. Z-jump is completely unplayable, by the way, unless you. This is annoying about it. It is unplayable unless you have mouse click Z and a bold Z button. So you can just flick off the Z button like this. This takes like no energy or strength. And it's just free. Like, it doesn't hurt, you just get used to it. Yeah, for jumping, it's not playable. You need to have a mouse click Z. I think that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. Again, no shade towards anyone who has these takes and they're passionate about banning Z-jump. I think maybe just do a little bit, like, there's people as well who complain about Z-jump. They're not even using claw for stuff like, we can all agree up there, up air, right? You just switch to claw. You just get the grab, you switch to claw, you just switch to claw. You have 50 million years. Moki doesn't do that. And I ask him why he doesn't do that, and he goes, I don't know, lol. And it's like, okay. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, you could just be doing the thing there. It's just lazy. All right, I got nothing else to say. Let's raid someone who's playing melee. I just want to get that out of the way because that was fucking annoying.